Hey, what's up, book lovers? My name is Maddie, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm here to do my September wrap-up. So, in September, I started school. I was just trying to get settled, and I didn't end up reading that much. I ended up reading 3 books. One of them was pretty big, but I did only end up reading 3 books. So, this video shouldn't be too long. So, I'm just going to jump in and tell you what books I ended up reading in September. So the first book that I finished was Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. Furthermore is a middle grade book, and if you don't know who Tahereh Mafi is, she is the author of the Shatter Me trilogy, which the second 2 books are amazing. I didn't really like the first one, but the second 2 are fantastic. I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. I think that for the audience it was intended for, it is a middle grade book. So for a middle grade audience, it is a pretty good book. I do definitely recommend it for a middle grade audience. But for me, the book was pretty anticlimactic, so I ended up giving it 3 stars. This book is about a girl named Alice who lives in this world of Fairywood, and in Fairywood, everyone has color. Beauty is defined through color, but she was born pale and completely colorless. So her father disappeared 3 years ago, and she is now venturing off into the world of Furthermore to find him. So I have a full book talk up for this book. I'll leave that link down below if you're interested in checking that out. Like I said, for a middle grade audience, definitely would recommend. So then after I finished Furthermore, I picked up Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. Honestly, I don't want to talk about this too much because I already have a 20-minute video talking about why I didn't really like this book. I just want to say that I love the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. I love the first 4 books in this series and the novella bind-up, and I think that Sarah J. Maas is a really good author. I just didn't like this book. Like, I just had a lot of issues with this book, and I don't know why, but I did, and I talk a lot about those issues in my 20-minute video. So I don't want to talk about this too much. I hope that you guys like this book because I really didn't. And like I said in my video, I was very disappointed. Like, that's what I felt. Like, I felt disappointment and sadness because I really wanted to love this book because the first 4 books mean a lot to me. And this book really let me down. If you want to know what I really didn't like, I'll leave that video link down below so you can check that out. But I really do hope that a lot of other people enjoyed this more than I did. While I was reading Empire of Storms, I was feeling slumpy because the book was pretty slow and it was putting me in a reading slump. And then I finished the book and I was so sad, so then I was in a reading slump and I couldn't really pick up a book after that. I didn't want to read a fantasy book, but I wanted something really good and I didn't know what to do. And actually, because of Empire of Storms, I only read 3 books because if I hadn't, then I would have had a lot more time to read and I wouldn't be in a reading slump, but you know, whatever. I ended up reading It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover because Colleen Hoover has a very addictive style in her books, I guess, and I always want to just keep reading them. So I feel like It Ends With Us is a very powerful and important story. I just didn't really click with the writing that much, but other than that, I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty good, and I think it's a really important story. I learned a lot from it, and I feel like a lot of other people can learn a lot from it, so I think that if you haven't read Colleen Hoover books, or you don't really like Colleen Hoover books, I think that this one is pretty important. Even if you don't like the writing that much, I think it discusses a very important issue and it deals with it in a very good way, in my opinion. So definitely pick this book up if you haven't already. I also have a book talk up for this book, so I'll leave that link down below so you can check that out and hear more of my thoughts. And that's it. That's all that I read in September. Unfortunately, I wish I'd read a lot more. I really wanted to read Ice Like Fire so I could read Frost Like Night, which came out in September, but I didn't get a chance to. I'm going to be reading that right now, actually, since now I'm out of my reading slip and I'm ready for fantasy. But at the same time, I don't know how October is going to go because my first round of midterms is starting soon and I'm taking some pretty tough classes that are really stressing me out right now, so I don't know what's going to happen with my reading because I'm going to be needing my reading time for study time. If I read 2 books in October, I'll be pretty happy with that. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know down below. Let me know what you've thought of them, and also let me know what books you've read in September and what books you enjoyed in September. What was your favorite book that you read in September? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Bye!